everyone. So today I am talking to the amazing Anthony Anderson, and we really are going to dive into his wellness journey.
Okay.
So getting started, what was kind of, I guess, the moment where you had that aha feeling like, actually, I want to make a change here?
That came after I was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. And then after I lost my father to complications from diabetes, and I didn't want to do that to my children. Even though I took it serious when I was first diagnosed, I needed to do or make a lifestyle change. And it wasn't just about diet and all that, because once you achieve the goal that you're trying to achieve, you're like, oh, then you go back to your old habits.
Yeah.
Well, a lifestyle change is what I needed in order to live a healthy life with type 2 diabetes. And so that's what I did. So I would say I was diagnosed with diabetes around 25 years ago. And I would say it took me a good 6 years to fully commit to a lifestyle change. I was doing what my doctors told me to do, still eating things in moderation, but then I was using that as an excuse to still eat cake and ice cream and pies and things that I shouldn't have been doing. But 6 years in, it's like, okay, let me make this change. And that's what I did. And that's where the transformation started for me around 2008.
And how did you get started?
I just got serious about it. Around 2008, I got with a health coach, Al Roker, for the most part. I was living in New York doing Law and Order, and Al Roker connected me with his nutritionist. And so when she would come to town to take care of Al Roker, she would come to town to take care of me. And, learned about paleo, clean eating, and things like that. And that's what kick-started it for me.
Did you find it kind of difficult even when you finally did decide that, hey, I'm really going to kind of go full force? Was it difficult for you at all?
Difficult, challenging is a better word to make changes, to make drastic changes like that. So it was challenging at times because you like what you like.
Right.
And if you're getting rid of the things, some of those things because they're unhealthy for you, it was challenging to do so. But the benefits far outweighed the bad. It was like, oh, I'm going to miss it. Well, I had it for this long in my life, and look where it got me.
Right.
It was challenging, but then you get over that hurdle, you get over that hump. And it wasn't about eliminating everything at once, because then that becomes a shock to you, and you feel like you're depriving yourself.
Right.
So for me, it was slowly getting rid of things, slowly weaning them out. And then after a point of time, they were gone, and then you don't miss them because you slowly got rid of it.
Did you find that your family and friends and community, were they supportive? Or was it difficult at all because you weren't able to kind of maybe, do the things you did before? Like maybe you guys weren't going out eating cake or whatever you might.
No, it wasn't difficult at all because, like I say, lost my father to complications of diabetes, and unfortunately, my father had diabetes for about 25 years, unchecked, undiagnosed. So we were able to see his deterioration. But the family and the community was all on board for it because, you could see the changes and the transformation. It was like, yo, keep doing what you're doing. You're not only are you doing it for yourself, but you're also an inspiration to me, to the community, and just to people in general, because that's what I use my platform for. And to be able to share my testimony, tell my story, and hopefully, be an example of what it is and what it means to make a drastic change and a lifestyle change and a health change and to go on a fitness journey, so people can see that they can do it as well.
That's amazing. Really, the whole thing about being an inspiration, something that resonates with me. For those who are maybe looking to kind of make changes themselves, do you have any tips that you would give them?
You know what? I would say seek a professional. If we're not talking about going to a doctor well, let's talk about that. Let's talk about going to the doctor and get
Yeah.
screened for everything, and get checked up for everything. But also, talk to nutritionists, talk to people in the fitness industry, talk to people that can help you and give you a plan. And you don't necessarily have to go out and spend all kinds of money and put people on the payroll. You can just have conversations, and they can point you in the right direction. And the internet is a beautiful thing. You can go on the internet and find whatever it is that you need to find. And you can find health plans and nutritional plans that will work for you and your lifestyle. So that's what I would suggest people to do. It takes a village. And, you're not necessarily in this alone, and you don't have to be in it alone or do it by yourself.
That I can't agree with you more. Something that I tell a lot of people when they're trying to kind of kick off their health and wellness journey is, one, just take it one day at a time, and two, there is community and resources out there. What is one thing, if you could go back and tell yourself when you were first starting, that you would tell yourself now that you've been on this journey for several years?
Commit to it. And understand that the sooner you do it, the better that you will be.
Yeah.
I look back and I was like, not that it was a wasted 6+ years that I didn't make the lifestyle change that I made, but things might be different.
Right.
I might have gotten better sooner. My glucose numbers and my A1C numbers may not have spiked as high as they did at one point if I had made that change.
Yeah.
But I was unable to make that change because I didn't have the information. The information was there. I didn't seek it.
Yeah.
So I wasn't informed. I would say, get informed about what this disease means, what it is, and what it can do to your body, how it can ravage your body, and the lifestyle changes that you can make that will help you live with that. And that's why I use the platform now, and that's why I partnered with Novo Nordisk, and we started our Get Real About Diabetes campaign. And we've created a website called GetRealAboutDiabetes.com where people can go and get information and have some answers to the questions that they may have. But more importantly, it's about encouraging people to go to their doctors and their healthcare providers to get screened and to have checkups so they can find out if anything is wrong with them, if there is, and there may be preventative measures that they can take so they don't end up sick.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Well, thank you so much for your time. It's something that I know a lot of people, especially in the Black community, deal with, whether it's them or their family members. So sharing your information today was amazing and really appreciate it.
No, thank you very much. Francisca.
Yes.
All right.
Or
All
the
right.
Fancy Francie.
Yeah. The Fancy Francie?
Yes.
I like that. Fancy Francie. All right.
Thank you so much.
My
Anthony.
pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you for your time.
Uh-huh.